Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Today we have another daily reading for you. I hope you're doing well. I hope if you found this channel, um, it's not by coincidence, sure. And I hope you find some guidance here. Because the light is flashing here on the microphone, so there could be some special messages here for you today. So let's dive in and see what comes up for you. And if you could please leave me a thumbs up, it helps me greatly to understand that you enjoy this readings, right? So let's see Oracle here to start for this Wednesday, May 20th. Let's see. Pomegranate, number 29. So, number 29 can be important for some of you. Dare to taste the unknown. Let it seduce your spirit awake. So, of course, we are definitely talking about a huge intuition here, okay, connecting with during the nighttime with the dark parts. Okay, so we could be talking about shadow work. We could be talking about you wanting to understand more of who you are, more about yourself, right? What are your powers? What are your gifts? Maybe you want to know more. What kind of strength and magic do I bring from previous lives, from previous dimensions, from previous timelines? All of that. Because when you look here, right, it feels like the energy is coming and the eye opens, right? So it's like this awakening, this opening, and it's beautiful because it's definitely dark, it's the nighttime, so there could be something here very, very strong. This could be a magic that you are practicing, or you could be starting to practice, okay? Also, pomegranate here can be very important for a lot of you, okay? This talks to me very strong about the hidden parts of me that I want to reveal, or I want it to be revealed to me. We could be talking about certain people that they're starting to work on their shadow side, and on their shadow, and the more light you have, the more shadow you have. So of course there's this balance here. So I feel this is about a big transformation. You have the moth here as well, so there could be a big transformation happening. This could be today, for the next 3 days, something like that. Okay. But it's coming up as dare to taste the unknown. So are you open to know more about who you are? Because you're not just this body and this pretty face, right? There's so much more than that. Yes, you chose this body, you chose this uh, look and all of that, but there's so much more than that, right? That is just one little tiny fragment of all the part of you. So let's get to tarot and see what else wants to come up for my collective here. What else is coming up for you? Five of Swords, Five of Air. Okay, so leaving. I see this. Oh, Seven of Swords. And the Temperance, which is balance here, called balance here, right? So again, we're talking about that balancing the two sides, right? I'm not just light, I'm not just dark. I am the two. So I'm going to balance the two. And there could be something here. I can very strongly see some people work through their um, traumas and stuff like that, because the Five of Swords, Five of Air here, it's giving me the sense that some people in the past, and it feels like in the long past, so it could be during childhood, teenagehood, all of that, there could have been people telling you that you cannot do this, you cannot do that, especially if I'm talking to um, the female ones, gender wise, right? You're not supposed to shout. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to misbehave. You have to be a good girl, right? So you ended up just blocking, suppressing, and repressing all the parts of you that wanted to speak up, that wanted to talk, that were not agreeing with some sort of situation. And I see you going through all of that. Is like, no, I deserve, right? And you're starting to understand that. Are you ready starting to understand all the patterns that were created around you? They're not yours to carry, right? And that created this Seven of Swords here, right? created all of this. This was all a bunch of lies that were passed on to me. Not that it's lie, it's just their truth, which is not your truth. So there's a lot of revelation here, and this is you leaving that behind because you want to be in balance with who you are, where you want to go, and um, what purpose are you here to, you know, to follow. You see, the hermit and the lovers, exactly. We are talking about, making choices from the heart. But for that to happen, first, you need to understand more of who you are. And this could have started, I'm going to say, 9 years ago. Okay. This could have actually ended at the year nine, which was last year. So there's a lot. I have a lot of energy here that some people went really, really inside and have been working on themselves, working in so many things. And finally, I am able to understand and I'm able to come from a place of love because my essence is love. And look at the beautiful thing, 9 and 6, right? When you look at the symbols, they are just opposites, right? And we're just talking about opposites here, the dark and the light, and the shadow and the bright, right? All of that is coming up here, and so strong, so strong. I definitely feel that the more you connect with your heart, the more you connect with your essence, with who you are, and you start disconnecting from the version of you that you have neglected, disowned, rejected because someone told you to. You are finally letting go of that, and you're finally opening up to who you really are. And your big mission here, we are definitely talking about that. And remember, we started with this pomegranate here. So um, look into that. Look into the magic of that, right? There's a lot of um, wanting to know more about me. Not so much about the people around me or anything like that, but I want to know more about me. I want to know, what kind of magic can I bring to this world? How can I expand even more my consciousness? So there's a lot of excitement here. Let me just get a few more here before we end this reading. Yes, 7 of Wands. You see, 10 of Swords, of course it had to come. 2 of Swords and the Page of Cups. Yes, finding the passion for life again, finding this excitement for life again, standing up for what you believe, right? Seven of Fire, 7 of Wands here. So looking at what people told you is like, that's yours to carry, that's not mine. And we could even be talking about all the way to ancestrals, right? And just leaving their burdens behind because it's not yours to carry. You don't have to carry because each person goes through their stuff and they need to take responsibility for their actions, for their situations. So if someone comes to you and say, oh, I'm in this situation because of you decided to do that, right? And I decide to leave the pain behind, and I decide to just focus on love and focus on the good things and focus on the lessons and focus on how can I take this um, to help me to become a better version of me and to evolve even more. So we are definitely talking about leaving pain behind and focusing on love, leaving the pain behind, leaving all this traumas, all these emotions, because the problem of the trauma is not so much what happened, is how that made you feel. But if it made you feel that way, what caused it for you to feel that way, right? Is there abandonment there? What is it there? Is it rejection? Is it victimization? Is there some sort of narcissistic behaviors around you and made you feel so bad? So going through all of that and just decide that's fine, it's okay. I needed that at a soul level to evolve, but not anymore. I did what I had to do, and then I leave that behind and I focus on the love, I focus on the good, I focus on having fun, because you have the whales here as well, right? So the whales to me bring me this sense of breaking free. Well, you actually have a lot of water animals here, right? You have whales, you have dolphins as well. You don't have a shark. It could be a shark, that one, even though it feels more like a whale. No, I think it's a whale. But there's like big ones, right? This is big animals. This is like breaking the silence. This is like no more. Like you can't tell a shark or a dolphin or a whale to hide. When they show up, right? And that's what I see the people I'm talking here about, is that when your energy shines, it shines. You can't hide it. What happens is some people didn't like the fact that you shine so much. So that caused their fears to come out. So the easiest way to do that is just to keep you small. But finally, my beautiful people here, you're understanding that. And you're like, no, I have a wonderful light. I have this huge purpose here, which is very important. It's unique to me, no one else. And I'm going to own it. I'm going to take responsibility and I'm going to make it happen. And that's exactly what I see here. So I really hope that you take this energy and take action because I really like it. Midweek reading for you. Absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much for being here. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.